You made it here tonight, and that alone says everything about you. Because getting here, choosing this, choosing yourself, that is already an act of faith. That is already perseverance in its most quiet and beautiful form. So before we go any further, let yourself receive that. You are here. You showed up. For you. And that matters more than you may know right now. Go ahead and make any last adjustments to your body, shifting, settling, letting yourself find that place of perfect comfort. And when you feel ready, very gently, let those eyes close. That's it. Just like that. And now, simply notice your breath. Not trying to change it, not trying to fix it, just noticing it. The way it arrives and the way it leaves on its own, without you having to do a single thing. Your body already knows how to do this. Your body has always known. And isn't that a beautiful place to begin? The knowing that something within you has always been faithful to keeping you here. Breathe that in for a moment. Even on the days when faith felt far away, even on the days when the road felt long and the end felt invisible, something in you kept going. Something in you whispered, "Not yet. Keep going. There's more." And you listened. Maybe not perfectly, maybe not gracefully. Maybe you stumbled and doubted and questioned everything you thought you knew. But you are here. Dear one, you are still here. And that is the definition of perseverance. Not the absence of falling, not the absence of fear, but the quiet, stubborn, beautiful decision to rise again and again and again. Tonight, as you rest, you begin to understand that more deeply than ever before. Let's bring our awareness now to the top of your head, imagining any tension here, any tightness, any heaviness that has nothing to do with peace, beginning to soften. Like warm light touching the very crown of you, melting, releasing. Let it go. And as that softening begins to travel slowly down through your forehead, let your brow smooth, let your temples release. Let the space behind your eyes grow wide and restful and still. There is nothing to figure out tonight. There is nothing to solve. Your only task right now is to receive. And you are so good at receiving when you allow yourself to be. Dear darling, let that be enough. Let the awareness travel down through your cheeks, your jaw, your lips, letting everything unclench. How much have you been holding in that jaw? How much determination? How much silent perseverance? You can let it rest now. You can set it all down. Your strength does not disappear when you rest. It deepens. It restores. It becomes more of itself while you sleep. So let the jaw go slack. Let the tongue fall gently from the roof of your mouth. Let the back of your throat open and soften. And notice how much lighter that already feels. Drifting your awareness now into your neck and your shoulders. Oh, dear love, these shoulders. Do you know how much you have carried? Do you know what it looks like from where I stand, watching you hold all of that, day after day, step after step, even when no one else could see how heavy it was? You carried it with such grace. And tonight, you don't have to carry anything. Let the shoulders fall. Let gravity be generous with you right now. Let the muscles in your upper back loosen, spreading, releasing, like something long held, finally being set free. That's it. Down through your arms now, both of them simultaneously, feeling the weight travel all the way down through your elbows, your forearms, into your hands, your fingers. Let them be completely still. Let them rest. These hands have done so much. These hands have built and created and held and released and tried again. Thank them, even now, even in stillness. Thank you. And now traveling down through your chest, your heart. Pause here for just a moment, because this is where faith lives, dear one. Not in certainty, not in proof, not in the moment when everything finally makes sense. Faith lives right here, in this chest, in this heartbeat that has never once stopped believing in you, even when you stopped believing in yourself. Feel that. Your heart has been faithful to you every single day of your life, every single moment. It did not give up when you gave up. It did not lose hope when you lost yours. It kept the rhythm. It kept going. It kept you here. Let yourself feel the miracle of that right now, and let your chest soften around it, opening, releasing, like a door that no longer needs to be locked. You are safe here. You are so deeply safe. Carrying that warmth down now through your mid-torso, your belly, the lower half of your back. Let everything here release. Let the muscles go. Let the organs be appreciated and thanked for the miracle of their work, quietly behind the scenes, always faithful, always persisting, never asking you for anything in return. Much like you have been for others, much like you have been in your own life, faithful behind the scenes, doing the work even when no one saw, even when the results hadn't arrived yet, even when you didn't know if they ever would. Dear perfect heart, that is the deepest form of faith there is. Doing it anyway, believing anyway, continuing anyway. Letting the awareness move now down through your hips, the sit bones. Feel the surface beneath you, holding you completely. You don't have to hold yourself up right now. You are held. Down through your left leg, the thigh, the knee, the calf, all the way down to the sole of the left foot, releasing, letting it be twice as heavy as it was a moment ago. And now the right leg, the same, traveling down, thigh, knee, shin, foot, every cell releasing, every muscle surrendering, until the entirety of you, from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet, is heavy, is still, is here. And in this stillness, I want to offer you something, a question. Not a question you need to answer, just one to let wash over you like warm water. What if everything you've been through was preparing you, not punishing you, not ignoring you, not passing you by, preparing you? What if every moment you persisted through the darkness, you were building something invisible, something that couldn't be built any other way? A kind of inner knowing, a kind of quiet, unshakable trust, the kind that comes only from having walked through the fire and found yourself still standing on the other side. What if that is not a coincidence? What if that is the most intentional thing that has ever happened to you? Is at peace. And in this stillness, I want to offer you something, a question. Not a question you need to answer, just one to let wash over you like warm water. What if everything you've been through was preparing you, not punishing you, not ignoring you, not passing you by, preparing you? What if every moment you persisted through the darkness, you were building something invisible, something that couldn't be built any other way, a kind of inner knowing, a kind of quiet, unshakable trust, the kind that comes only from having walked through the fire and found yourself still standing on the other side? What if that is not a coincidence? What if that is the most intentional thing that has ever happened to you? Dear darling, there are people in this world who will never know what you know, because they haven't walked where you have walked, because they haven't had to dig as deep, because they haven't had to find faith in places where there was no visible reason to have it. But you have, and that makes you something rare, something precious, something the world genuinely needs. Not in spite of what you've been through, because of it. What if tonight, as you sleep, you began to truly receive that? What if you could let it settle into your bones like warmth, like gold, like the truest thing you've ever known? Begin now to imagine a light, whatever color feels right to you. Warm, soft, alive. Imagine it beginning to form just above you, hovering, present, patient. This light knows you. It has always known you. It has been with you in every valley, every dark night, every moment you cried alone and wondered if any of this was worth it. It was there. It is here now. And it begins to descend slowly toward you, like the gentlest rain you've ever felt, landing on your skin like something sacred. Because it is. You are. Let that light begin to move through you now, down through the crown of your head, filling every space in your mind with warmth and clarity and knowing. Down through your face, softening everything it touches. Into your throat, where you have held so many unspoken prayers, so many quiet pleadings sent out into the universe in the middle of the night. They were heard, every single one. Nothing was lost. Nothing was wasted. Into your heart now, and here the light grows brighter. Here it expands. Here it fills all the spaces that have ever felt empty or forgotten or left behind. You were never left behind. You were being prepared. You were being loved in ways you couldn't yet see. The light knows this. Let it tell you. Let it move through your body and remind every cell of what you truly are. Down through your belly, down through your legs, all the way through to the soles of your feet, until there is more light than there is anything else, until all there is, in this moment, in this room, in this beautiful body of yours, is light and faith and the quiet, triumphant truth that you are still here. Dear one, perseverance is not a loud thing. It doesn't always look like triumph. It doesn't always feel like victory. Sometimes it looks like this: a tired body finally choosing to rest, a searching soul finally choosing to receive, a heart that has been through so much deciding one more time to stay open. That is you tonight. That is what you are doing right now, and it is everything. What if faith was never about knowing the outcome? What if faith was simply the willingness to take the next breath when you didn't know what came after it? You have done that. You have done that every day of your life, even the hardest ones, especially the hardest ones. So what if tonight, as you sleep, you let yourself be rewarded for that? Not in some distant future, right now, in the peace that is entering you, in the rest that is wrapping around you like something you've always deserved, but perhaps never fully allowed yourself to have. Allow it now. Allow it now. Feel your body growing even heavier, even more still, even more at ease. And as you drift toward sleep, imagine yourself standing somewhere beautiful. Trust where your mind takes you. Perhaps it is a field at golden hour. Perhaps it is the edge of an ocean. Perhaps it is a forest path where the light comes through the trees in long, warm shafts. Wherever it is, you are there. And you are not alone. There is a version of you standing just ahead, a version who made it through, a version who kept the faith long enough to see what was being built all along. And that version is turning to look at you now. And what you see in their eyes is not pity for what you've been through. It is pride. It is gratitude. It is recognition. You did this, they seem to say without words. You kept going, and look where it led. Let yourself move toward that version of you. Let yourself merge with them. Let their knowing become your knowing. Let their peace become your peace. Let their certainty, the certainty that comes from the other side of perseverance, flow back through time and land in your body right now. Right here, in this bed, in this moment. You carry both realities now, where you are and where you are going. And they are not as far apart as they may have seemed. Dear love, what if the faith you've been looking for has been generating itself inside you all along? Every time you got back up, every time you chose to try again, every time you whispered a prayer into the dark and didn't know if anything was listening, something was always listening. Something was always responding. Every act of perseverance was an act of faith. And every act of faith was an investment in a return that is already making its way to you. So tonight, as you sleep, you receive, you restore, you realign. Your body heals itself in ways you don't need to understand. Your mind releases what it no longer needs to carry. Your spirit reconnects with the larger truth of who you are and what you came here to be. And when you wake, you will feel it. Not perfectly, not all at once, but there will be something different. A quiet solidity, a deeper knowing, a sense just beneath the surface that things are moving, that they have always been moving, that your faith was never wasted, not one drop of it. You are the evidence, dear darling. You. The fact that you are here, the fact that you still care, the fact that you still show up and try and hope and rest and rise. That is the evidence. You don't need to look anywhere else. It has been inside you the whole time. Rest now. Rest deeply. Let this night be the most restorative sleep you have had in as long as you can remember. Let your body do its beautiful work. Let your dreams be full of light and possibility and the quiet, gorgeous knowing that all is well, that you are loved, that you are guided, that your perseverance has not gone